Hi again. Another category I wanted to talk to you guys about is bedtime. I think that's the most common time that we read with our kids. They're tired, we're trying to get them to settle down and go to sleep. It's an excellent time to have some one-on-one time with your child and be able to get some reading in. So this first one I'll show you is called 5-minute bedtime stories. We've also got 10-minute bedtime stories. And there are several stories in here. Dog in the Balloon, Little Tiger in the Island. These are probably less known stories, but very cute, just short little stories. Pretty illustrations. There's a bookmark in here so you can keep track of where you are and just read one every night. Or you can get the 10-minute too and alternate, or just depending on how much reading you're wanting to do that night. So that's 5-minute bedtime stories. The next one is our illustrated stories book. So this one is recommended for ages, all of our illustrated stories are recommended for 8 and up. But I will read a chapter to my 3-year-old at nighttime, and it's great because we're getting in some classics. These are condensed versions of Dickens in this book, but we do have some originals. We've got Heidi, Treasure Island, and some others that are original stories. So that shows you the chapters here. And they're pretty short and just really pretty pictures, and they really help keep kids' attention. And again, there's a bookmark in here so you can keep track of where you are and just read a chapter a night with your child. So that's the illustrated series. This next book is called Olga de Pulga, and it's written by Michael Bond, who wrote Paddington Bear. Again, I think this one's recommended for older kids, which is great. This is where we are right here. But again, I like to just read even just a page or a chapter with my kids sometimes and expand their reading. It's got pretty pictures, and it's just a cute story about this little guinea pig and his adventures. So that's Olga de Pulga. This next one's called B is for Bedtime, and it goes through the alphabet and follows this child around till it's time for bed. And it's got the thicker pages, pretty illustrations, and it's really cute. Cute story about getting ready for bed. So, B is for Bedtime. Next one's called I Love You, Animally. Again, it's the same thicker pages as B is for Bedtime. It says, I love you hugely like a whale. I love you shyly like a quail. And it goes through all these different animals. And then at the end it says, I love you so, for you're my family. It's just a cute one for bedtime, I think. Good for any time, but this next book is called Cuddle Bear, and then you can actually get this little bear to go along with it too. The kids love carrying around their animals with their books. So this is just about the little cuddle bear going around and cheering other animals up by giving them hugs. It's just a cute, sweet little story. Another thing I love about this though is proceeds go to pediatric cancer research. So that's Cuddle Bear. This last one is called A Tale of Two Beasts. This one's a King Miller book. It's won a bunch of awards, and it's just a really good story. There's part 1 and part 2. The first part is from the little girl's perspective, and then the second part is from this little beast's perspective, but it's the same story. And it's just a great illustrator of that there's two sides to every story, and everyone can have a different opinion, and that's okay. But I think I chose this one for the bedtime video because I think those are good times to have stories about topics that need to be discussed with your child. Because sometimes during the day when you're trying to get reading in, you're just busy. But at nighttime you can have a little bit more time to really talk about things. So anyway, those are some of our favorites for bedtime.